All right. So yeah. Assalamualaikum wabarakatuh everyone. Mashallah. Okay, yeah. Welcome. Now remember to drop your location. You can't hear me clearly. Seriously. Um is it a general thing or just one person? If you can hear me well, just type a one so I know I'm fine here. Have you joined the live session? Alright. Alright. Okay, welcome everyone. May Allah make it easy. I mean, so what are we discussing today? What's this episode about? Oh yeah, let's. I want this session to be as short as possible. May Allah make it easy. MashaAllah, Barakallah. Now, okay. Okay, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Others will join us. Jazakumullah khairan for everyone. Everyone is correct. Um, even though some people rephrased it either way is sure step to start of school. So either you have been homeschooling or you are new to homeschool, um, bidnillah, it's going to be helpful. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. So I'll be sure to study right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Um, Inshallah, today we'll be looking at the easy steps you need to take to start your homeschool, to make your homeschool practical, fun, and all that. Simply put, the sorry, I'm trying to get myself into the reading now. Someone should help me guide this sister to join the session. I think she's finding difficulty joining. Someone should please help. Are you there, sister? Okay, right. I see someone typing already. Okay, so Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Now, bismillah. Now, I think I'm ready now. So, um, you have rightly said, and as I've rightly said earlier, we are looking at the easy step to start your homeschool. And the easy step and the easiest step is just start. Don't overthink it, just start. You don't know how you can cope unless you start. You practice, you make mistake, continuous practice, and from there you grow. And my advice for homeschoolers is to make homeschooling as simple as you can when you are starting out. However, before we dive into this subject matter proper, so as I've said earlier, remember to drop your location. I would love to know where in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria you are tuning in from. May it's a morale booster. Mashallah, welcome, sister Farida from Abuja. Mashallah, thanks for tuning in. So, I also want to talk about my upcoming 2-day live webinar on WhatsApp and Telegram on is to take place on the 18th and 19th of March respectively. Inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and spare our life till then and beyond. Ameen. So the webinar focus on 4 ways you can teach your preschooler math and Arabic. We have some um preschooler moms that have preschool, even if they are school going, but you find it difficult to, probably the child is not getting maths right, or Arabic, for example. Children can read the Quran properly at the age of 6 bismillah, if they are being taught well how to recognize and blend Arabic um letters. The Arabic letters also have sounds just like the English letters. So I hope you look forward to it, you don't miss it, and invite other moms so everyone can benefit. And also fun ways to teach maths. We have some children that they are not kinesthetic learner, that they are auditory learner. How did you teach maths to those kind of children? And there are some children that they are kinesthetic learner and they are not just visual or auditory learner. How do you teach maths to them? So make sure to save the dates. May Allah spare our life till then and beyond. So, and foundation to all these things is key. When the foundation is right, building on it will be very, very easy. So, mm, let's dive into the okay, yeah. I wanted to talk about the ebook as well. You'd have been seeing my ebook flyer and cover regarding a practical guide to start your homeschool strong. Sincerely, that book is what, subhanallah. Um, Actually, it's free, alhamdulillah. Um, but to get it, you have to be on the platform or of the webinar. So probably I should share the link now. So if you are not there yet, so in by at the end of this webinar, inshallah, you should be able to access the ebook. Um, Abdullah said she can't hear anything. If you can hear me, please kindly type it too. Let me know. I'm not talking to myself. Aha, mashallah. So, help me tell her you can hear me, and help me tell her she should, probably she hasn't joined the session yet. So please, I'm trying to send him something to the group, so please someone should help out with that. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair. So this is the ebook and the flyer to the webinar, and this is the link to join. So to have access to that ebook, and sincerely, this ebook, it has an action plan at the end for you to carry out your, as in, to proper plan for your homeschool. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and accept it from me and you. Okay, so I mean, Jazakumullah khairan. So after the session, inshallah, from if you are in the group already, by 3 p.m. my girl should post how you will get the ebook for free. So if you follow the rule, moms, let's learn to read, please. I remember while I was giving out raising confident children, till now some people don't even have copy of raising confident children, and they're always asking me how to get it, of which on all my groups there is a copy of raising confident children, even on Telegram, on all WhatsApp that I I preach to give out raising confident children. A copy is at the link of the group description, and I do say that always. And sometimes I have some people to share and access the book, but still people don't. I don't know. We want to raise confident children. We want to raise great leaders, great readers, and we don't read. I believe people that are here and everyone already has a copy, except for new members actually. And if you are new here, just go to the top part of this. You will see pin of this platform right now. You will see pin message, and there you would find a copy of Raising Confident Children. I mean, ya Allah, Jazakumullah khair. So, without wasting much time, so let's 40 minutes spent already. Let's dive into this business. Easy step to start your home school. Like I do say, if you are used to me and you've been following me all along, you would know I do say planning, planning, planning is very important in whatever we do. So this book actually explains more details, but let me just make it simple. Is it so, that one is more detailed, you understand? So listening to this and going on to read that book, inshallah, it will go a very, very long way. Um there's one thing I don't know if I've said. Connecting. Can you hear me, sisters? I think subhanallah. Can you hear me, sisters? All right, alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay. The rule here. The 80 to 20 rule mostly is actually. Oh dear. Am I still here? Am I still live? This network is done for is fluctuating seriously. Okay, what's the yes to that you can hear me, right? I don't even know where I am, where you as in can you hear me? Was it breaking at your end? Let me know, please. All right, so let me go on. Jazakumullah khair. Okay, so the 80 to 20 rule. Okay, the 80 to 20 rule is just that the 20% you channel the energy on what's more important, and the brief of it is what I discussed in the first episode. So if you are new here, go to the pin message up there, find the write up to um the first episode, so you'll be able to catch up with that, so that doesn't take much of our time. So if one have a desire to homeschool and not make simple steps, plans to make it into reality, it will just become a dream, a dream is something you want to achieve, but you have not you are yet to achieve it. And if hey, what's wrong? Okay, anyone that can help, I don't know. She has closed and rejoined and still can. Did you share the link to the probably share the link to the postcard, so sorry, postcard, so that she can thank you, so she can click and join herself. Tell her the instruction. She might not understand just seeing the. Okay, all right. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. That's true. It could be network too. Okay, let me just proceed. So sorry. So then, what are the easy steps to start your homeschooling journey? You should recognize and appreciate the. Okay, sorry, that was not for you. Okay, you should make homeschool make it simple. I've said it earlier. You should make it simple and don't try to recreate school at home Homeschooling is a lifestyle, a process, and a journey. You know, in the ebook actually, I discussed about types of homeschool, and one of the type of homeschool is I think this is not distracting us. Are we together? Because I can see the issue of our joining is kind of distracting somehow. Are we together? Wa alaikum salam, Sister Fadila. All right, so let me go ahead then because now I'm moving into the main topic. So make it simple. In the ebook, yeah, I talked about types of homeschool, and one of the type of homeschool we have is traditional homeschooling, and that traditional homeschooling is about something like the normal school system that you are bringing back home. You want to recreate school at home. Though for some family is actually the best option they could use to homeschool. Like homeschooling is unique to every family, but as a starter, it will be too overwhelming. If you start with the traditional way to homeschool, you just jump into it, recreating school at home, you will be worn out. And even your kids, they'll be like from one school to another. You have to make it simple. Don't make the switch too sudden. Make it easy. Even if your child have not been to school before, you want to homeschool, start even for your own sake, because if the workload and everything is too much, you tend to lose your self-confidence if you are not getting it right and all, and you feel you can't do it. So don't make a sudden switch. Take a step at a time. Take it slow. Don't go from a rocky to homeschooling in a full blown um homeschool timetable. Like you just going make a whole timetable from 8 a.m. to 4 a.m. No break, no relax. They just make it simple, fun. Start from what interests your children. If it's coloring that interests them, start from it. Don't bring back that same. If your child has been finding maths difficult, probably your child have been going to school before, you now want to start homeschooling the child, and the child has always had issues with mathematics, and when you start your homeschool, the same thing you bring forward is that same math that your child has been finding difficult. Then you are setting yourself on a journey that you might not be able to sustain. Do something that interests your children. Wow, Sister Celia said I'm breaking. I need like 5 or 10 sisters to tell me it's fine, then I'll know it's not from me. If it's from me, I need to change my location, then I need to move around. All right. Okay, so it's fine. All right. Okay, so as I was saying, starts from something that interests you. So sister, you need to check your network. Um Starts from what interests you, sorry, interests your children, and of course, definitely not what you find um stressful either. It has to be a win-win situation, so your own self-confidence can be built, and they too will fall in love with learning at home. Sister Saida, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I guess it's your network. Okay. um when it's something that interests them, they will be happy to be taught at home, and you as a newbie would use the opportunity to build your self-confidence. you know you would also observe your child learning style. If you miss the replay to the first 7 years of your child life, is also linked below, is also, sorry, is pinned above on this group. You need to listen to it so you understand the different learning style of different children. If we dive into that now, it will take a lot of time, sorry. So during those period that you are you know teaching, interesting subjects to your children, that you make it simple. You are not too overloaded with homeschool. You are not overwhelmed with homeschool work or homeschool routine. You use that period to understand your child learning style. If you pay close attention, nobody would understand it better than you as a mother, because naturally, homeschooling is a natural continuation of parenting. Is a natural thing. It's what you are already designed to do. It's just that it requires a further sacrifice other than just parenting. Homeschooling is a lifestyle. So it's natural for you as a mother, if you pay close attention and you know how to do it, learn how your child learn. And a simple way I can quickly say is um when you reunion sorry, when you um I was distracted just now. Okay. A simple way is probably you want to teach your child math. Don't worry, why do you bring down the post? No problem. um when you want to teach your child maths, for example, probably you want to teach a child how to recognize from 0 to 10. That's an example. And you already read to the child on the board. Probably you wrote it on the board, 0, 1, 2, 3, and all that. The child didn't you tried it for a while. You seem strange to the child. You used a flashcard. It still feels strange to the child. That means the child is not a visual learner. So you can try again to bring out puzzle for the child to fix. Let him do it. While he's doing it, you call his attention to it. This is 0, this is 1, this is. If the child gets it at that point, probably is a kinesthetic learner. He learns by doing things on his own. I hope you are following and understanding the gist. And if this child still doesn't learn, there's something we call living books, or should I say interactive? No, interactive book is different. It's more of a living book. Um, that is if the child is neither a visual learner nor a kinesthetic learner. Then the third one is an auditory learner. Then there are some books that you can read to a child to teach the child 1, 2, 3. So probably while reading the child are telling stories about numbers. You understand? Probably a book about I should have brought one book here, but probably I'll share that later. Like there's this book that we have, and it's teaching numbers with stories. For example, there's one bird on a tree, something like that. Through the stories, through the interaction, through the this thing, the child might pick up. So okay, this particular child is an auditory learner. So you need to understand and some of them are both in one. In fact, some of them has the three, the ones that are gifted. Those are the ones you will teach in any way or any form that they pick. So those ones that are left behind is not because probably the child is a dullard or something. It's just because someone is yet to unleash the child potential. Someone is yet to understand how the child truly learns. Some children learn through play. They can only comprehend what you're saying through play. If you are too serious, they won't even understand. They will just be looking at you. You will ask them, do you understand? Probably, if they are scared, they will just tell you yes. And the one that is not scared, that is free with you, will tell you that he or she doesn't understand. Don't be sad. Don't be angry. Just try to know. You try until you uncover or discover how the child learn. So during those periods where you are having fun, you are making it simple as much as you can. Make sure to observe each child you get. So someone can help me link, probably um point, as in link, just highlight the first 7 years of a child life, so that people that missed it can catch up and understand what I'm trying to say better. May Allah make it easy for us. Okay. And if you also decide to homeschool, one of the very important thing you have to do is to educate yourself. You have to educate yourself. I mean, educate yourself. The more informed you are about homeschooling, the more confident you are. You need to be confident when you want to homeschool. That is why the first section of this podcast is um what's it again? It's not about confidence as a mother. It's not coming right now. So um okay, how to find your confidence in your home and homeschool now. I remember. So you have to be confident, so you have to educate yourself. And now I'm not talking about going to Google or YouTube or something. You will overwhelm yourself. I mean, you'll be scared because loads on, too much information as well is a problem. I hope you understand that. So I don't know how to put it, but I believe you understand, inshallah. May Allah make you understand. Too much information is a problem. So, but you want to be informed. You want to learn about homeschooling. Um, so where was I? Where am I? Yes, so you might be confused and overwhelmed. Get someone to walk you through the path. Someone that has walked through that path, that has passed that starting stage. You need to engage such a person to guide you on this journey. It make it a lot more easier. And sometimes that person, bulk of information you are just reading somewhere on internet, it might, it's something that is unique. It might be unique to that particular person, and you as a person needs to build homeschool of your lifestyle, homeschool that is a lifestyle, and our lifestyle can never be the same. Of course, we will have some meeting points where it's a meeting point for all of us. However, our lifestyles are not the same. Even if we are twins from the same mom, as at the same time, we only have different minutes, what's it called, between us. It's still, our lifestyle still can't be the same. I hope we are together, sisters. Just give me emoji. Let me know I'm not alone. Your favorite emoji. Okay. So learn about the types of homeschool. This is very, very important. Mashallah. Thank you, sisters. Learn about the types of homeschools, because what works for someone might not work for the other. However, if I starter, I actually mentioned that in my book as well. I would suggest to you to, wow, Yasir, has she actually joined the video chat? Okay. I said there that in a practical guide to start your own so strong. I said this in detail. However, just for the purpose of this class, when you are starting out, don't overwhelm yourself too much, especially if you are with preschoolers. Just go for Montessori. It is something that will really give you a good result. However, we are Muslims, so remember to Islamize whatever approach you are using. You understand? Homeschooling is flexible in a way that you can combine so many styles together. You might appreciate this style while teaching maths and appreciate this style while teaching language. So however, Montessori really, really takes care of early years. It does justice to it. So it's a good way to start. It makes it fun. It makes learning fun and easy, especially when you are teaching preschoolers, as I've said earlier. Okay, you need to know the law of where you are. For people in Nigeria, actually, of course, I brought out the laws supporting that you can teach your children outside of school, because some people used to be scared like, can I teach my child? Is it okay? How will my child? The law of Nigeria actually supports that, even in Lagos State, and I brought it out. And for people who are not in Nigeria, people in the US, there is a link to how you can check your state laws is in the book. And for people in the UK and other continents, I also put the link to where you can get your state's laws and know the requirements. When you're in some states, some countries actually require you to register and all. What's Montessori? Ha! You have to join. That's Montessori. Okay, simply put, Montessori is a philosophy of someone named Maria Montessori, and she's this professor in regarding children. She studied children for a very long time, and she brought about a theory which is Montessori. How about we Ghanaians? Click on the link that is when you get the book. There is a link for you to check. You understand me? I'm familiar with Nigerian law, so I brought out the one for Nigerians, and for other states I got it online. So I mean for other countries, so I put the link in the ebook. So when you get the ebook, when you read to that place, just click on it. It will direct you to where you find your state laws, inshallah, so you know what is required of you to do. So I was talking about Montessori. This is a little bit of distraction, but I'll quickly run through it because of people that don't really know about it. So I was saying, Maria Montessori is a professor and someone who studied children for years, and she propounded the theory that help children, you teach children in accordance to the way the child learns, and that you understand where I'm coming from when I was talking about you understanding the way your child learns. It helps children learn in their natural environment. It helps you bring learning into life, real life, not abstract learning that we do in most times. And abstract learning, not all children will flow with you. The ones that will flow with you are the ones I said they are gifted and can learn in any way. But children that is not a visual learner, that is a kinesthetic learner, they suffer most in class. And that's what we can say that happens to this Thomas Edison, the famous um scientists we all know. What did Thomas discover? What did he discover that benefits every one of us in the world? I'm actually asking a question now. What did he bring to the world? What is that invention that he made? All of us in the whole world, I mean the whole continent, we're actually benefiting it from till now and generations to come. What's that thing? I'm waiting. Oh, Jazakumullah Umar Rahman. I didn't even know you have actually helped me answer. MashaAllah. Electricity. I mean, something light bulb, something like that. Exactly, electricity. And do you know his teacher said he was a dullard, he couldn't cope? In fact, they tagged him and he was bullied among his peers in class. Did you know that? And the mother took the baton. I was like, no, and he looked for she looked for a space in the house and made him perform experiment and advice. I actually dedicated like 2 or 3 pages in that book to talk about Thomas Odinson. Sorry, about him rather, and the advice his mother gave to him. He actually also grew up to be a homeschooler as well. So homeschooling gives you this opportunity to discover the unique talents of it. No one can know your child better than you. And look at, such child was suffering while he was in a traditional school. So you understand. So when learning was brought to life, he is a kinesthetic learner. He was able to learn perfectly well, and even without a tutor. Okay, let's bring it back to ourselves. Let's leave Thomas. Haven't we seen our children? Probably you just leave them, they are playing with things and they build something. And when you see it, you'll be like, who taught you this? Has that never happened? If it has happened to you, can you just say yes or something, respond? While they are still very young, you see them playing and making stuffs, and you be like, who taught you this? As a matter of fact, you even learn better with what you do with your own hands. So, and Yoruba will say atele owo ẹni nǹkan ní jẹ àbí? So actually, so that's I've digressed a lot. So inshallah, actually there will be a master class actually where I will be teaching about Montessori. So if you are interested in joining the wait list, I can let me copy the link and put it here. In fact, there will be a Montessori curriculum that will be given out in that course, 2 of it, inshallah. So I'm coming. I just want to copy the link and drop it for people that want to join the wait list. Okay. So it's not actually only about Montessori anyway. It's about how to build a solid foundation for your children, and I walk you through the process, help you start your homeschool and all that. But this session is not for that. I'm just chipping that in. So let's continue. Where was I before I started talk about Maria Montessori, please? um okay, I was talking about state laws, right? So no, I think I left there. Who can remind me, please? Okay, I was talking about state laws. Okay. mm, so what you need to know about the state law is actually in the ebook when you claim it. So well, with the Montessori Masterclass, if you are interested, join the wait list. Every other information will be there, but definitely it is after Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and spare our life till then and beyond. Not now. Ramadan is here. So that's first. Okay. So where was I? Start with what they love. Okay, I've said that earlier. So you can do it. Okay, so I've said it before that just start with what they love. Okay, I'm already in the conclude sem. I'm rounding up actually. So start with what they love, what you love, make it simple, understand the state laws that requires you. And one important thing I haven't mentioned, yes, educate yourself, jazakumullah khairan, very important, because you will just be hovering around the same circle without direction, and you'll be frustrated. Let me tell you, you will be frustrated. That's why some people used to talk about the schooling. That's what they mean, that you should just relearn, unlearn, relearn. Oh, you understand? Very, very important. Actually, anything you want to do in life, you have to. For example, me as a person, I never dreamt of homeschool ever in my life. I don't even know what is homeschooling. I was trained to be a lawyer. One, two, I was trained to be a fashion designer. Actually, I was a fashion designer before I was a lawyer. I actually my family background is quite special, and I know some people can actually relate. I um how will I put it? I was raised by a father who is not a military man, but is like a military man, you know. He's like a military man. So he will tell you like you have to survive. Yes, you have to survive. So I think I started selling stuff when I was in primary school. For you to understand, I went to a public school, my primary school. I went to a public school, my secondary school. So how would I even understand what homeschooling is? So during the period of yes, type of homeschool is in the book, so I won't really delve into that. So to save the time. So when I'm in Wayakum, so when I was in secondary school, I was learning tailoring then. So I was even a tailor before I finished secondary school. I was already making money from tailoring. So it's a very long story. So my discovering homeschooling, I believe something when Allah has a plan, all of us we all have qadar. So the children that are coming, I think Allah has already destined that they will be homeschooled. So somehow when I got married and relocated to a new place, as a someone that has been used to working, reading and all that, I'm not a social person. No, well, I'm a very introverted human being because I'm always occupied. I think that lifestyle actually helped me now. I'm someone that is self-motivated. I'm all my dad can't see you. I do. You understand? Homeschooling, preschool age. That's why I used to say, leave toddlers, let them enjoy. So basically, while I was pregnant, I'm in a new location, no much work for me to do, no much reading to do. And I was reading about child upbringing, attending seminars, everything. So somehow I came across homeschooling and I started learning. I mean, big time learning. I paid. I went to big schools in Alhamdulillah. So you have to learn. In fact, I practiced with some other people's children when mine was not here yet. So Alhamdulillah all the way. Allah has planned, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directs you to something, there's always a reason. Just um take the opportunity. All right, so that being said, I mean, Jazakumullah khairan, barakallahu fi. Wa yakum, sorry. So just make it. Yeah. I wanted to say, make sure you and your partner you are in agreement. When I discovered homeschool, my husband was like, "Èwo lo tún gbé dé yìí? Which one is homeschooling? Where how is my children?" In fact, there is still one of his friend that used to make jest of me like, "It's like your children, they will have university certificate at home." So everyone here around me were new to homeschooling. Even I had issues with my dad, my mom, but I explained to every one of them. I told them the reasons, when you go to school, stuff that you learn, they are still part of you. So that argumentative stuff is still part of, so I I argued my way around it, and not argue, I argued with proof anyway. So they had no choice to than to okay. And now, in fact, they are all my dad, my mom, they are pioneers, as in they are my how will I put it? So it's just communication. And remember, I used to say prayer. Prayer is the master key. Oh. Make sure you pray, dua. If you want to discuss with someone that is important in your life, that needs to like give consent to your homeschooling and all that, eh you need to pray to Allah to make it easy for you to communicate and marshal your point to be able to make them understand what you are trying to say. So for my husband, um he was like, what's this, what are you talking about? But I told him, okay, let me try for a while, and if you did think it's not worth it, because me too, I'm scared, so let me try it. If you think it's not worth it, there. And I tried. If I remember, there was a point I said, me, I cannot continue. He said, no, this is the way to go. So, and alhamdulillah, everyone supported, and he is, in fact, and why would he join? Because he is also interested. And when you homeschool sincerely, you will benefit really from it. And it's a lifestyle, actually. It's a sacrifice, I have to say. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our first. So that's just, I'm just trying to make a point that start. Yes, start anyhow. Start. You don't have to be perfect or anything. Just make sure you are doing the right thing in the location you are. You are not breaching any law. Just know that for sure. Your partner, you and your partner should be in agreement. Explain in language they will understand. Try. Give them evidence. Give them reasons. And your reason for homeschool should be very, very strong. You don't just homeschool because somebody else is homeschooling. What exactly do you want to homeschool? That's one of the things you have to phantom as well. And if your reason is very, very valid and strong, and your intention is sincere, with the help of Allah, bi'idhnillah, yes, it's allowed in US and UK, but I think there are some parts where you need to do their state requirements or something. So either ways, um don't homeschool children of 1 year and 2 years old. Oh, leave them and let them be playing. Oh. I've always been saying it. Leave those children. When you homeschool, you understand. It's just that what you need to do at that age is just to direct their mind to what your plans in future. I mean, guide them to it. You might just be doing some playway method and all that. Even up to like 7 years, you should be using playway method anyway. But for those toddlers, please leave them alone. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. So I don't know if there is any questions. That's what I'm referring to. Thank you. If you can hear me, type a one. Let me know your sister Kafilat network. All right. So it's normal for you to be scared or lack self-confidence. I've told you my own then, but I can tell you you can do it. Just do it anyhow, do it, try it. You can also, okay, I've said you can join my waiting list. And one other thing is to be on platform like this, where you see people of similar interests. It also boosts the motivation and morale. So because sometimes you might be in look though, however, when I started in my own location, I later got some almost rolling, alhamdulillah, wallahi, it's everything. In fact, there was a Christian that brought a son to me that helped me to homeschool my child. But at the point that the period I was pregnant, me girl, I've not gotten myself right. So um I had to get someone to help me at that time, so they had to withdraw the boy to school. So homeschooling, look, there's partial homeschool. I also, I said it now that I have some people around me that started homeschooling. You can partial homeschool. I have someone who does that. She comes she comes around, learns some stuff, and she recreates it at home for her children, and her children are school going. Though she's a stay-at-home mom, but she homeschool partially. There's what we call partial homeschool. So you can start with that too if you have children in school, and see how it goes before you finally withdraw them, if you plan to withdraw them from school. Okay, so um do we have any question? I think I've Sister Shukro said she can't hear me. If you can, okay, I think people responded they could hear me. Probably she okay, alhamdulillah. Yeah, there's different approach to homeschool. You can use technology, but I don't like technology for children that are still in preschool. I prefer when they get to elementary stage, when you want to start teaching them independent learning. They should for example, our coding class, we do it online. There are some that are inevitable actually. We do it online, and because of that, she has to learn how to use the system because I can't be operating it. She operates herself and do her coding classes. And there are some times all as well that there are some things you want her to learn online, and exposing them to technology is not a bad thing, but I think not at the preschool age. Yes, let them learn directly, except when important actually. You can say almost 7, sha. Yeah. But I think she started her coding at age 5. She even had 2 certificates already for completing 2 stage. So it depends on where you want to channel the mind of your child. So that's what I'm talking about. She doesn't take my phone. I don't allow my children take my phone. But when it comes to laptop, she knows how to operate the laptop. She operates her daddy's phone actually, so she knows how. But and they have a tab that is not connected to the internet, which they use for some other stuff. Like when she saw me writing my book, she said she also wants to write her book, and she started. Probably people should come and patronize her. She started writing a book on farm animals, and I saw her writing a cat, and so she's typing it on a tab. So those ones now they are positive. Someone asks, how can one train one child with greeting style in the Yoruba land that will not go in the line? Actually, I studied common and Islamic law. I studied both Sharia law. So this was not actually hard for me as a person. Alhamdulillah. I explain, no. See, my sister, we should fear Allah more than any other one. So me as a person, when we read Yoruba text, for example, ah, we only kneel down to Allah and we only prostrate to Allah. No human deserves that. And they don't do that to me, and they don't have any right to do it to any other person. And I explained to my parents as well. So any Yoruba, the only thing is that you greet properly. I teach them to greet ekasun, ekaro, any of the greets, but no kneeling down. And since their mother doesn't kneel down anyway, so they don't have any choice than to understand. Please, how can I stop a child that is thumb sucking? That one is divine intervention, no. Because I have 2 siblings that suck. One of them reached SS3, senior secondary school. That is the last stage before you get to university in Nigeria. Yeah, I don't know where you are. Where you are. Ehen. So SS3. Before he stops sucking. And when he was young, my mom cut his hand with blade, rear stock, do everything, put this, that. My sister. But the younger one actually stopped earlier. So child are different. And don't need to torture them. When he was a guy that he became shy, he stopped it. Yes, barakallah fi. I hope they are in, because sometimes you have to be careful when you want to teach other people's children as well, because to be sure they are interested. I think I tried one, and their dad was comfortable, but their mom was not comfortable. But stylishly, I actually withdrew, because you don't want to do things that will break the relationship. So if they come in the evening and their parent, they have gone to school since morning, why don't you just make it probably on a weekend when they are free, that they did not actually go to school? It will be better and more um what's it called, influential. Not because I want her to be a programmer. She's interested. It's something that caught. Even if she did not want to do anything, she never said no to coding. It's something that she was interested in naturally. And how did I know that period? I saw something about coding, and I gave it a try. I attended the live session of that person, and since then she was like, every time, I want to do coding. I want to do coding. I was like, that me, I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything. So I contacted the person, and that's the way we started. Um, that's what we talk about interest. Homeschooling is not just building a child for one goal. You build a whole child, like what's it called? Charlotte Manson said. I talked about him a bit in that book as well. you develop a whole child, not just a part of the child. So when the child grow up, they know whatever they want to do, they will do it. Barakallah. You might not interest another child. So she loves something robotic, something programming, not because, in fact, I've never thought of it until you said it. Read aloud to children. Just find, I used to say, look for books that are morally and Islamic upright, that teaches about Allah, His messengers, and all. You can stroll up. There are some books I said about the story of the Prophet. You can read them to the child. It's a more woman that wants to go out to, sorry, in order to meet a particular target. Can such children go to lesson like 2 hours daily when she's not home? Well, it depends on your um your aspiration for those children. But what I would say is, uh because some people, well, everyone can't homeschool actually, but if you think it's possible, because it's very possible. I think I've met someone who works outside of the home and still homeschool like 4 children. But one thing I notice is that she has someone who is always with the children when she's not around. So that lesson now, does it resonate with your um beliefs, your everything that you want in your home school? If it does resonate with it and it's a trusted and it might just be an opportunity for them to mingle as well. But just be sure, do your findings and everything. We should play with smaller kids. How do we play with them while inculcating Islamic knowledge in them? Well, you should remember that all these children too, this thing is still like the age 7, but we want to catch them young. So the Prophet Salam Abi, was he, the Salafs encourage us, yes, to say La ilaha illallah to them, to tell them Muhammadur Rasulullah, Marabuk. You can be running around the house and be saying Marabuk, Rabbi Allah. And the one that cannot try can just say La ilaha. I remember there are so many lullabies that comes with La ilaha illallah, something like that. So, and part of playing is teaching. You play, probably they want to lie while telling a joke or while playing. You tell them as a Muslim, you don't do this, you don't do that. Simply, you say it, you act it. So it makes things easier. You are playing, you are saying, who gives you the apple you are eating? Allah created the apple, Allah provide the apple. Who is our Razak? Who is our Rahman? Who created you? Who is our Rob? Who is our Rob? Who created us? Who gave your daddy the money to give you this shelter you are living? Why is the food on the table? You talk about Allah in all. Who give you, why when the child is, why are you sick? You give them when they eat their food, let them say their zikar. If they can't say it, say their zikar you say when you feel pain. Those are ways to inculcate Islamic values. When you want to enter the bedroom, when you are playing, when something happens, instead of saying yes, how you say subhanallah, when you see something good, mommy, your back is fine, tell them to say mashallah, barakallah fi. Stuff like that. It's a lifestyle. How you educate yourself is to get someone who knows how to, and let the person guide you. And if you can go online and educate yourself freely, no problem. I don't understand, Sister Shukra. What do you mean productive? Yeah, I just don't let the children to be too overwhelmed. Just make it work around it. May Allah make it easy. What are the steps to take for what, please? What is the meaning of we should play with the smaller kids? How do we play with them? Okay, I've answered the question. I want to end this session mostly 10 minutes. Food coloring, yes, this coloring they put into like icing when you want to decorate cake. The normal color when you go to those people bake selling baking stores, they sell it. It's edible. They use it for food. All the colored bread, colored biscuits, colored donuts, colored. That's what they had inside. Flashcard for solar. Did I share flashcard for solar? I think I only shared flashcard for daily routines. And probably it's from your end. People printed it. They even showed me. So I don't know why that is. Are there books that I read? Ah, that I actually read most. I can't. How will I put it? It's random reading. And I got most of my own inspiration from the Salaf actually. So I got most of my inspiration from the Salaf. Yes, our pious predecessors. So it was not like it's something in a single book. I can't even remember. That's the fact. But if I check my book list, my in my system, if I can locate one or two of them, I will share with you, inshallah. You can also remind me. Oh, how can we guide to avoid lying or other bad behavioral instances? The first one is to role model it. The second one is to watch your children's company. Another one is to when they lie while playing, you shun it, correct it immediately, and so on and so forth. And so far, Jazakumullah khairan. Do you want to come and give me money? It's only somebody that want to come and give me money. I'll tell you my address. Anyway, I live in Lagos, Nigeria, close to Lagos State University. Are you asking me or you are saying it already? My books are a good way to start homeschooling, definitely. So I don't know if that was a question, Sister Shukra. If it is, yes. In fact, especially this practical guide to start your homeschool strong, it's designed to teach you how to start your homeschool. And even practical guide, there is a workbook at the end, about 8 pages or thereabout. Um Well, I don't know. When Allah is ready to guide you, just guided you. Somehow, me, I can just say my own hidayah is tawfiq from Allah. And when Allah is ready to just have mercy on you, somehow things goes smoothly somehow. So, mm, my like I said earlier, sincerely, most of my inspiration, I didn't really know about homeschooling directly. Maybe I should come that way. What I learned about was while I was reading about in the great imams. I was reading about. I was actually reading Islamic text. I was reading about women around the messenger. I was reading about children at that time. But I can't remember books. I think most of those reading were done on my laptop online. So when I search for imam this or children this, you get. So from there, when I discovered their learning were more from home, it wasn't tagged homeschool, you know. Um so I started researching how can I do this. So that was how I came about homeschool. So somehow I knew what I wanted before I found homeschooling. So I don't know if you understand. So and I don't even know anyone homeschooling in Nigeria at that time. So I think I followed the like of JDA. JDA. She's not a Muslim actually, but I learned how to homeschool from her. And I think I met Memuna online, and one other is it Khadija, or a Muslim homeschool. I think those were the three people I followed. Yes, I followed then. So when I started out, so my own books were more of Islamic text. I was guided by the readings from the Salaf. So I hope that helps. So I might not really have a particular book to give you directly on homeschool. Sure you get. So that's it. Well, if you want to homeschool, you have to be intentional. Like I said earlier, it's a lifestyle. So you have to train yourself. There are some things that you don't it's not natural, it's not something you want to do. You just learn to do them. And I used to say, pray to Allah to give you a lot of sabr. Sister Shukra, why now? Okay, I thought it's me. I thought it was me. Not Unilago, Lagos State University. I don't understand. I think I've answered that question. So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Jazakumullah khairan. So, I hope it benefits us. I think the message on how to get your ebook is already being posted on the group right now. Actually, and when you yell, no one is perfect. When it happens, you just what you need to do is to repair, get yourself. What yelling does is that it doesn't correct what you want to correct in a child. For example, my own, if you yell, she will become so timid. One, two, that same thing she will even still repeat it again. That is why you need to understand the child. And when I talk to her calmly, explain things, explain that. In fact, when I mistakenly do it myself, she'll be the one to say, mommy, but you said this. So you understand. Why are you saying LASU, Lagos State University? I don't say I live in Yaba. I said I source for my material at Yaba, Lagos. I do not live in Laba. I mean, Jazakumullah khairan. Abi, yelling doesn't solve the matter. You see, when you yell, you are just let me put it this way. You are just being is anger. You are just showing your anger. You are transferring your anger. You are not solving the problem. Yelling doesn't go to the root of what actually caused the problem and solving it and repeat and let the child be a better person. Yelling will make the child, I don't know, it doesn't work. Or let me ask, have you yelled to I said I want to go on, but after as in, sorry dear, I have to go soon. So what did I say? Transferring aggression. God bless you, my sister. Have you ever yelled at a child and you saw results from your yelling? Please kindly share if you have. And the child stopped doing that. You keep repeating the same thing every day. You keep yelling every day. In fact, you return to and I think I've talked about this. There was a session I mentioned. I talked about, wallahi, it reduces the child confidence. And what we are discussing here is how to raise confident children. Yes, it's reduced. In fact, they will be so timid. And a child you are learning yelling hard, we even find it difficult to learn. Sometimes you think the child understand it, but they don't. For example, my daughter, for example, she's not an auditory learner. You are just explaining something to her, she will still tell you 100 times, she tell you she did not understand. So if you yell at that kind of person, for Allah's sake, will she learn? No, she won't. She wouldn't learn, except you understand the root of the problem and solve the problem. Hey, so, and there are some that once you say it, they get it, they grab it. So Exactly, they will not be free with you after yelling. So what's the essence? We were most of us were yelled at. So how was our relationship with our parents? So let's also pick from our own lifestyles too and see, does it really works? Does it really work? Sorry. So let's draw the curtain. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope by now you get the gist. So may Allah make it easy. So that is what we are talking about, learning. Learn. None of us were born, most of us were not born with it. We trained ourselves to be. I could remember the way I used to scream at my, because I have like two guys after me and they do show me, should I say pepe? Hey. So it was not funny anyway. So now I'm having my own child. I know now, but there are sometimes, of course, children will be children, and you have to listen to replay of these sessions. There was one I mentioned this, when they do what they do, it's not because they want to offend you. They are just being children, you know. So, and most of those things that they do, that we yell at them, if someone else child does it, we most likely don't get angry. Or when our co-worker or somebody in our workplace or our boss does the same thing, we don't scream at them. So why our own children? We need to change that stereotype. See, yelling is different from discipline. Oh. See, my sisters, I have to go off. Discipline is a different ball game entirely. You need to discipline your child, but yelling is not a way to discipline your child. Did you get it? Discipline is cause and consequences. Even when you are not there, your child should know that, mom does not like, I don't have to do this. Not because when you are there your child should know. Even when you are not there, they should be conscious of Allah. They should know that this is discipline. You understand? That is discipline. They should know that when I do it this, mom will be angry and this is what she's going to do. That is discipline, not yelling. Yelling doesn't do anything than, go and read Raising Confident Children if you haven't read it. You will understand the needs for patience. Patience. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. Umuat subhanaka Allahumma alhamdi. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa astaghfirullah. And sister, some of you did not drop location. I don't know where you are joining from. Oh. So I would love to know. Drop that in the meantime. Assalamu alaikum. See you again next week. Remember to, okay, how to perform Voodoo flashcard. Oh, I don't know why. Has anyone opened that file, or has anyone not opened it? If you have opened that file or tried to open it, let's know. I don't know. I actually just copied it from my system and copied it here. So remember, there is a blueprint, the Muslim homeschool blueprint, how to build a strong foundation for your child's education, inshallah. Join the wait list if you are interested. Is the WhatsApp group link that is up. And to if you want to get the book, there's the, what's it called? Raising Confident Children is tagged, is pinned up. And the other one, I said it earlier, join the WhatsApp, the link to the fun and effective way to teach your children, preschoolers, maths and Arabic. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy. So when you join the group, in fact, there's already a message on how you can get the book now. So if you are just joining, you might not get the book now, probably late in the night or tomorrow. You will understand how to get the ebook for free. All right, Jazakumullah khairan. Tawhid book is up somewhere. Someone can check, go back up. Tawhid, the link to the Tawhid book. I'm not the one that wrote the Tawhid book, and the person did not like that you share the book. So he prefers I share the link to the book. So I shared the link to the book. So you go up, stroll up, you should find it somewhere there. So, all right. See you next week, inshallah. Topic and everything. The hands. MashaAllah, Jazakumullah khair. So, topic for next session will be communicated. Stay tuned, inshallah. And as no one practiced the colored experiment, you people now, why? You people should let these children have fun. Oh. All right, that's just. That's all I have to end the call now. Okay.